Okay, okay, gonna do VOD review for Batty, playing Dreadstorm versus Dark Might. Your build is Royal Armor, Cleric Cowl. Food, you're running normal sandwich. Okay, build looks good. I like the food too.
10%
Um,
heat.
okay, that's fine. You've got Cleric Cowl, which I like, because you should be playing super deep on this weapon always. And you're standing on all the clumps, piercing them, so Cleric Cowl is a good choice to me. Only other option should be Soldier Helm. You're hammering here while you have your Cleric out, really good. Focusing on getting those gates down. Just gonna fast forward a little bit till they do something. Okay, you smash the gate, that's good. Running Silence Q, which I also like. From Shaper Bomb. Okay. One thing I will say here is I know you have enemy names off. Personally, I would turn it on. It's going to teach you, like, a lot of Albion, once you've played a lot, comes down to, like, you start learning people's names and assessing them as threats. Like, especially with Dark Might, number one thing when you tell me I'm fighting Dark Might is I just watch Levi. So I want to see his name. Because sometimes he runs one-hand hammer, sometimes he runs heavy mace, or sometimes he runs one-hand mace. So having names on, especially with target acquisition, like if Smax is like, yo, kill Billy Bob, kill Joe. I know he uses his markers too, but I would keep enemy names on. Personally,
They're looking at you.
it doesn't get you any more FPS turning it off. Okay, that was a decent snare charge on the choke. Yeah, drop a silence cue. That's okay. So here, your positioning was good up until right there. So right here, this is fine. Always when you do a defensive snare charge, drop a silence cue right on it. So here, good snare charge. That was a really good snare charge. Drop a silence cue on top of you right here. So all these people who are flooding around this corner get silenced. But good snare charge. Your positioning isn't good here, though. When you walk back here, there's no point for you with Cleric Cowl and Boots Up and Gigpot to go stand on top of where they're going to hit and amplify the damage. You have no defensives to lower the damage. You have no supports that are going to... No Judy armor. No, there's zero benefit for you going standing here. And they're not going to hit on just you, because if they do, you have Cleric Cowl, which would be good for your team. So instead, you just want to stay exactly where you're at. Stay inside them, dropping silence cues. It's the safest position for you, and it's going to set you up to be in a perfect position for a counterattack. You'll already be inside the enemy, ready to set up. So here, the moment you walk down here, instead you should be right here. Right where the ally heavy mace is, you should be somewhere around here. Here's acceptable. Even down here, but that's not really that great. But standing here where they're about to hit this is the danger zone. Standing anywhere in this area is just amplifying damage. Yes, if they hit, like, there's some people who shouldn't be on the stairs right now. DPS shouldn't be on the stairs. They should be in here, here, here. I don't like this personally. I think hiding in here is just asking for them to do an engage up there and killing everyone. Over here, they shouldn't be in here. Everyone should be spread out, but anyway, you shouldn't stand there for sure.
Guys, don't run. Walk in. Look on me.
I do like the gig pot though, since you are in the danger area, but I don't like that you had to click gig pot. You could have prevented and saved that cooldown with better positioning.
On me now.
I like that your E is active on top of the clone.
How do you guys type?
You're using your E good, nice. Good snare charge on the choke, holding them there. Now you should dive. Okay. Yeah, I like the diving into the Lord Room personally. Especially because allies are in there from the other side. So they're ripping here again. Okay, that snare charge was bad. I like the idea. The snare charge timing was good. Where you snare charged was bad. Here you should snare charge like here or here, not where they're gonna hit. You don't want to go stand yourself in the clump. You jumped onto the clump and took a bunch of damage for no reason.
Please.
And you had to blow your cleric, so careful with that. Snare charge is a defensive, but it's a defensive. You have to snare charge the people going to the clump and prevent them from getting in range. There's no point to snare charge the melee DPS who have already made it to the clump. You're just going to take melee damage for no reason. Your positioning here is fine. You're getting healed. Let's hope the moment you get healed, you run back in, though. Yep, go sneaky. I like the sneaky up the choke, up the side. That's nice. Don't stand on stairs. Never stand on stairs. Stairs equals death.
Stay brawl, just stay spread, just stay spread.
Okay, they hit there. You could have snare charged to defend that, but that's fine. No need. Save it for our engage so you can snare charge E. Oh, Smax is dead here. Oh, okay, so you're just ripping E off cooldown at this point. So here you should go on the lowest health people where our brawlers are going and start piercing them. Yeah, like that low guy that you're beating up. Nice. Good. Okay. Yeah, for the most part, this clip looks... I don't know if you have another clip in here. For the most part, this clip looks good. A few times with positioning were issues. But overall, the use of your abilities, when you used your E, like the timing on it, when you used your E was perfect, when you used your snare was perfect. Your Qs could come out a little faster, but I still liked them. And you used your cleric when you were in danger. You used your armor all the time. The only thing was just positioning, I'd say. You're putting yourself in dangerous situations that you didn't need to be in. You're not a defensive tank. You are purely pretty much an offensive. Like, your only defensive is a snare charge, and really that doesn't do much. So you should always be focusing on your positioning, being ready to counterattack, and putting yourself in safe positions where you're not giving them damage escalation for no reason. That's the two takes from this video. Other than that, I think you played really well. And you are running Ava beef sandwich. I just noticed that. I don't think that's right. I think you'd want to run beef sandwich, normal sandwich for more HP. Because you don't need omelet, because your E, I think, is a short cooldown. And also, it's a channel, so like Ava omelet's meh. You just want more HP so you don't die. Because your positioning on this weapon can make you take a lot of damage, because you're going to be on clumps. So that means if they headbutt, you're going to be taking the damage because you're on top of the clump if you're doing your job right. So you need HP. The CC you get from Ava beef sandwich is not worth it. The extra HP to me is for sure worth it for this weapon. Only weapons I run Ava beef sandwich on are like one hand hammer, Grail Seeker. Really not even on Grail Seeker. It's better to just run omelet. But like weapons with an insane CC timers is what you want to run Ava beef sandwich on. Other than that, normal beef sandwich, the HP is just better. Other than that, good job.